Hello, welcome to a very special video, kind of part 2 of the Morris wiring, because this is all going in there with the help of probably the only wiring diagram I could find online. I found this on Morris Minor Owners Club forum. It's very blurry, you can't quite, well, you can make out the words but you can't quite read them. I'm going to use this to put that where it all belongs. Looked simple when I looked at the diagram. Doesn't look quite so simple now. So I suppose the first thing to do, lay this out on the floor, probably be best bet, and then figure out which bits are inside the car, which bits are outside the car, and then I can plug them all in. Okay, so one thing I've just noticed is this grommet, which goes through the bulkhead, is actually sandwiched between two plates. Another of a screwdriver. Amazingly, I've cracked these off already, and they actually come undone. Oh, I see. Oh, so both sides of the sandwich are this side of the car. Very clever. Right. So we know that that's where it goes into that. So what I'm going to do, I think, is remind myself which side is the under the bonnet side. Oh, that must be over. So all of this lot here, we will shove through, pull through, and get that grommet on, and then we'll do the engine side of things, and then we'll go inside the car and do the under the dashboard part. Okay, so that's all fed through. I've screwed that grommet plate thing back on, which is good. Next thing I'm going to do is put this big fuse box type thing. Obviously it probably isn't a fuse box because I think that's the fuse box. But I'll screw that back on, and then we'll get the wiring diagram and see if we can figure out where these other two little looms go. Okay, I've had to push the Morris back in the garage a little bit because it was so hot outside in the sun. Although I am still a bit in the sun, it's still a bit cooler. Right, so I've just looked at these cut-off wires here, and they're exactly the same colours as the wires down there, which I cut off, that go down to the rear lights. Which is good, because all I've got to do then is just put a multi-plug in, and in future if I ever have to take the engine loom out, I might actually replace it, when I restore the car, replace it with a new loom, much nicer new loom, but it will be a lot easier. So let's see what we've got left here then. Let's start with this one, which is not linked up. There we are. So this one's quite a long one, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be lights there. Let's just guess for the minute. That lot, I'm guessing, will go up there to the wipers and or fuel pump, and then these ones here. Actually, oh yeah, yeah, because that'll be left-hand lights. So this loom here, which if we out of the way, that will all be to do with starting and charging. So for now, let's get rid of this loom again. Let's put that down there, out of the way, and let's see what we've got to play with here. We know that's rear lights, so that's fine. And so we've got red and white and brown together. I'm guessing they go to the starter solenoid. Oh, control box. Oh, okay. So that's obviously the control box on here, because you've got A1, A, F, D, E, which is what you've got stamped on there. So that makes life a little bit easier then. So going to the dynamo, let's move the coil out of the way. Right. Just put you down there for the moment. So going to the dynamo, because there's only one wire going to the dynamo. Not entirely sure where. Ah, there we are. There's a big terminal on the back there. I'll go get some sandpaper and just clean those terminals up before I connect them. But going to the dynamo, we have whatever's on D and F. Oh, there's the brown and yellow, so there is a brown and yellow. And F is solid black. Oh, there you go, there's the brown and yellow. Right, I'm gonna get some sandpaper. Obviously that's the loom that hovers down there somewhere. I'm gonna get some sandpaper and start cleaning these terminals up. Let's have a look here then. So going to the starter solenoid, we've got a lead coming off of A, which is solid brown, which we did find that was there. Actually ties in quite well because sort of the angle of it actually kind of looks about right. I'm going to run it underneath there because once I've done all of this, I need to clamp that loom in that P-clip just there. Right, so you go on there. Happy that that's where you live. And my guess is the red and white goes on the other side of the starter solenoid. I decided to get out of the sunshine because it is really hot. Unusual for me. So inside the car, let's put my light somewhere. There we go. Hang the light off the roof. So already this looks a lot better than what came out of the car. Thinking is to start with the furthest away, which is this lot here. There's a grommet on there, so my guess is they are the ones that go back out. These ones that I cut off here, I suppose, they'll go back out through the bulkhead behind the glove box to yeah, white one for the, I think the white one I saw was for the fuel pump, and they will be for the wipers. So yeah, I'll get the light in there and let's have a look, see if we can see where they go. Kind of hoping it's fairly safe to touch. So I think probably what we actually want to do is start with the starter switch, the ignition switch. There we go, starter slash ignition switch. So that's what we want to be going. We've got a purple one. Oh, don't do that. Purple one, 2 white ones, and a red and white. So the good thing is that that is one of the few plugs that I actually cut the tails off, and they're all taped together. It's all these ones here. So let's do that next. Okay, I'm going to do these one at a time. I'm going to go in from the glove box side. There's my hand. So let's go with the blue and brown first, which will be you. Then we've got the red and white at the bottom there. It's red and white, so that'll be. Oh, it is on. There we go. There we go. And then these two, I think, are both solid white. Thicker of the two at the top. Not that I think it matters too much. So thicker one at the top. Thinner one next to it. So in theory now, that is. Now the car should start, well not start, it should turn over, maybe start. I'm going to carry on and get some of the rest of this in if I can. Obviously the bulbs there, we know what they're for. We've got a whole separate loom here with a load of different colours on it. Let's see if we can, there's a purple and black one now. The purple ones seem to be interior light switches, horn and stuff, so I wonder if they will probably be, that little loom there will probably be everything for the indicators and flashes and everything. We know what that one is there as well, because we took that out just now, so that'd be a nice easy one to put back in. It's all just process of elimination, I think. Okay, so I've left the green wires out for now. I think I'm going to have to do a bit more investigation and I think do what I said I was going to do before and get a Morris Minor Haynes manual if I can. I think that's probably going to be the best way to do that. So for now, what I want to do is try and get the car turning over at the very least. So I'm going to put the speedo back in. Now, hopefully you checked out my video on cleaning the speedo. It looks a damn sight better than it did when it came out. You can see I've polished all the chrome. It's still a bit pitted down there. That shouldn't show too much. And the other thing I did was leave the tails, cut the tails off and just left the tails on show. I can't remember what went down here. This is for fuel gauge. So again, I'll probably leave them out for now. And those two there, I know that one was green and yellow, so probably oil pressure and battery. Oh no, full beam and don't know, something else, a warning light of some kind. So we can put in the ones we know, these two, the red and white ones here, which are connected to the little switch down there. They are just backlights, those two there. So and then we've got a green and a green with brown, which is that one there, that goes there, and then that one is the white and yellow, white and brown and yellow, sorry. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do this one-handed. Here we go. It's not screwed in, it's not quite straight. It's in, it's now looking shinier than the rest of the car, which is really annoying. I will probably, actually looking at this, I think the inside, it looks alright, but the outside bit doesn't, so I might just maybe take that out and paint it. I can't afford to, I'll see how much they are to get a new one, but I'll probably just paint it. I think I'm going to put the battery on next and see whether I've fixed the ignition permanently on problem we had before. I was trying to crank it over, so yeah, this is either going to end well or it's going to end in tears. Okay, so the battery's on and we don't have any ignition lights. Do we have ignition lights? Yes! I don't think it'll turn over, will it? No. Does. It turns over. Actually turns over. We don't have oil pressure warning light. Don't even know if we're supposed to have an oil pressure warning light. I think we are. Of course, I have no idea if I plugged it all in properly. I'm trying to decide whether to just plug the coil in and see if we can make it start. Just on easy start. Not easy start, I haven't got easy start, I've got brake cleaner. You know what? Yeah, let's do it there. Not ideal, it's literally just hanging there. But it will do. And then get brake cleaner. And we'll just hope now I put the leads on the way around. It'll be quick so the brake cleaner doesn't evaporate. Ignition. Oh, the switch is really sticky. Okay, so it doesn't start yet. But again, that brake cleaner could have all evaporated. What I did last time was I actually took the float bubble off. Annoyingly, I haven't got anything here to test for spark. So I don't know if I've got any spark at all. So what I might quickly do is I'm just take the float bubble off. I'm just going to squirt a little bit of brake cleaner in there just to make sure there's fuel getting there. Okay, there's no need to use brake cleaner because I've actually just remembered I've got some spare fuel. I say fuel, this is a mixture of diesel and petrol, which came out of a customer's car, and because it smells so much like petrol, I thought I wouldn't recommend it for someone, but it'll be alright for the Morris. So undone the 3 screws top of the float bowl, and that just lifts out. There's your float in there. This one actually doesn't look too bad. And then we will now spill fuel all over the exhaust and hardly any into the float bowl. Oh, here it comes. Yeah, doesn't look great, but there we are. I told you to spill it everywhere. Doesn't look great, but it should work. Obviously we haven't got any. Let's just spill more of it. There we go. Oh, it does smell of petrol. That's good. I'll just put the screws back in. So I need to rebuild this carb anyway before I actually run it. But I'm kind of hoping that this will be enough to, if it's got spark, I hope this will be enough to make it just run for a few seconds. Alright, we'll give it one more go. Why did I park so close to the garage wall? Oh, there we go. Okay, so here we go. We've got ignition. Oh, right, it's gone again. Right, ignition. Alright. Throttle. Right, let's just give it a bit of choke. I don't even have the chokes connected. I'm going to say we ain't got spark. So it's either going to be a duff coil, or I haven't wired it in properly. So yeah, I'm going to have to get a spark plug tester and test for spark. And that will have to come another day, I'm afraid. So never mind. I have wired the engine up. I've still got a bit of wiring to do. So if you want to see how disastrous that all ends up, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.